Alright, here is the newest machine that I just picked up. This is a Bissell Cleanview Swivel Pet bagless upright vacuum with turbo eraser. I actually found this last week out of the work dumpster, just right out here. So, believe it or not, this was the condition it was in when I got it. I can tell someone had a pet. Really haven't done anything to it yet. But I'm sure the only reason it got thrown out is because the foot pedal thing that activates the switch right there busted off, which I'm sure it's an easy fix because it doesn't even look like it's broken on the inside. Other than that, it does have a worn out belt, and the filter is not too dirty. Overall, this is actually in pretty good condition. It looks like it didn't get used much. And it actually came with all of the accessories. So it has the dusting brush, the crevice tool, and the wand. And of course, even has the turbo brush as well. So this was mine for pretty much a good minute until I decided to just give it away because I really have no interest in keeping this for my personal collection. What I've decided to do is I would just clean this up, and this will become the new office vac once the other one dies. Here's the other vacuum we have. I'll just pull it out for show. Yeah. So this is what I use once in a while, but I don't use it as often as I'd like because, you guess it, I really hate this vacuum. It's one of, if not the worst vacuums I've ever used. And as a result, I use the other vacuum we have, which is a Dyson V8 Absolute, for just areas that are just got most of the traffic through, and then I just use the Shark for deep cleaning the whole entire thing once in a while. And then we do have one more vacuum downstairs, which is a Eureka the Boss 1934B, which is only for downstairs only. It's not allowed to be brought upstairs. So anyways, this is definitely a loads better machine than the Shark. And yeah, I like this vacuum better because it feels nice in my hand. It doesn't feel as bulky. It doesn't smell as bad. Yeah, it just smells like that it's burning through the Shark. I'm honestly surprised it's lasted this long, but it's probably because I maintained it so much. Like, every time I used it to where it probably prevented from dying on me. And even with a good working belt, this actually does do a better job on carpeting and such. But and my favorite part, last but not least, is that I can be able to find parts for this. The Shark I can't. So anyways, other than that, it's really not much else to talk about it. As I said before, I really have no interest in keeping this machine. Nothing special or exciting about it to where it makes me want it. No. But I will say that I actually do think it's pretty unique that for something this cheap would actually not only just have a a swivel neck, which is definitely much nicer to feel on the hand than on the shark. That's another reason why I like it. But also, if you look on the bottom, it actually has a squeegee that can be safely used for bare floors. And then not to mention, it has a check filter indicator, which, you know, that's something they've had for quite a while from like their Bissell Power Force bagged machines, but I didn't think that Bissell would continue to use it just because it would just add extra cost. But I like having that on because it, in my opinion, it helps alert the user to know that they need to do maintenance on the machine. Basically, just to let you know that the machine could use some maintenance. So anyways, that being said, I'll just go ahead and run the machine really quickly. So I'm not going to do a full vacuuming or use it for too long, because I know you got someone downstairs that really doesn't like it when someone vacuums, and that's another reason why I use the Dyson over the Shark, for that reason. So anyways, let's go ahead and turn this on. Yeah, I was going to clean it up and do another video of it some other time, but I just thought that showing off the cyclonic feature was cool to show on camera. So yeah, like I said, I really like this performance indicator. I think it's just as useful as the electronic ones. So yeah, again, that makes me respect for a company that shows that they definitely do care about their customers and want you to maintain the machine, versus a company to where they don't and would rather have you throw it out and just go buy another one of their stupid products. So anyways, hope you've enjoyed, and thanks for watching.